Close your eyes.
Hello everyone, welcome to Willow and Roots. It's Michelle here and I have another reading for you. Today's reading we're going to be looking into where do you need to face reality. We all go through periods where we get a reality check on situations in our lives, people in our lives, or even ourselves, our capabilities. And some of us really reflect on it and make the necessary adjustments, while others choose to turn a blind eye, sweep it under the carpet, pretend it's not there, it never existed, and continue on living in an illusion. So this reading are messages from the universe on where do we need to open our eyes and see exactly what is going on in our lives that needs our attention. Where do we need to be brave enough to see a situation for what it is? See the truth and taking the necessary actions. So that could be refining it, so making adjustments, or just removing it altogether. It could also be embracing it, right? So we're going to have three options to choose from. I'm going to pull a card from the Sacred Earth Oracle. Okay. So it's going to be one card for each option. Option 1, option 2, option 3. Okay, this is option 1, this is option 2, and this is option 3. Now you can pause the video, choose a card, let's get to it. Hello option 1, for those of you who selected the first card, here's your reading. So let's see what you got. We have dependability. So this could be either you being someone who is dependable or you allowing others to come in and help you and assist you. It's telling me you should be aware, right? Recognize and take advantage of the support that's around you. You're not alone. So this could present itself in the form of a partner, friends, family, work colleagues, right? Or even government services, organizations that can help you through a difficult time or a tough situation. And it's saying that, look, it is all there. Everything is at your fingertips. All you have to do is to move towards it or to ask, right? Because there's only two answers you can get, a yes or a no. This also speaks on not wanting to ask for help, fearing that you will not get what you want, right? And what this is saying is you have to be able to accept when things don't go your way or when you don't get the answer that you are seeking. If that's the case, try a different avenue. Go to a different organization or another person who may be able to assist you. When it comes to relationships and friendships, it's also speaking on being reliable. So being trustworthy, building trust based on your actions, the way you communicate, keeping your word. Sometimes people hang on a word, your word, tightly, and if it is not fulfilled, that's where it leads to great disappointment and mistrust. So it's important to keep your word, but also don't make promises that you can't keep. So if you know that you're not able to fulfill something or do something for someone, don't say yes when you know for sure that you can't, right? Actions are powerful, just like words. So it's calling for you to be authentic with your actions as well. The true essence of being someone who is dependable is someone who honors their time, their energy, right? When they're doing something, they're wanting to do it and they're capable of doing it. These are not just words and they're just thrown around without meaning. The true essence and actions, meaning of these words is what we need to be living by. It's also speaking on the flip side of that. So if you know that someone is not capable of helping you, why are you going to them? So it's the expectations that we put on others, knowing that they're not able to fulfill our requests and needs. So it's also being mindful of that, because many times people do have high expectations of others, expecting them to be able to get you out of a tough situation, when in fact they can't. They may be going through something that is difficult that requires their time and energy. So it's having that awareness. We can even take it further as to communicating with the person and finding out how they are doing, what is going on with them, seeing if they're able to assist you and help you, or if you could be of assistance to them. It's another way of being of service. It's all about honor as well, getting honor from this, being an honorable person and honoring another, especially those who have helped us through many difficult situations. It's giving them that recognition. Okay, let's get some more cards. What is option 1? Oops, that's way too many. Should I take it? It's saying yes. Okay, so we have here Prince of Coins, charity assistance, parenthood, father, children. Look at that. Exactly what we're talking about with dependable and being of service, right? Receiving help or giving help. We have here the Barrel Boy, the Hanged Man, stillness, patience, inner reflection, restraint, and Baron of Skates, troublemaker, confidence, fun, enjoyment. Okay, I'm gonna move these over here. It's calling for you to look at the situation from both sides and see if it warrants your input, assistance, or not. Because here with the Baron of Skates, it speaks on troublemaker. So if you are someone who helps others, right, friends, family, etc., not everyone is in need of your assistance. Some people are users, shit stirrers, right? They create drama because that's what keeps them going. That's what makes them feel alive. And I know some people who are like this. If life is moving too smoothly, things are fine, they need to create drama. They need to create anguish in order to feel alive. Energetically, it gives them something. It feeds them. So it's for you to know, discern who you're giving your time and energy to. On the flip side of that, if you are receiving help from another, discerning if their involvement is going to make matters worse. Okay? Because they may have some type of baggage that they're carrying, right? Be triggered by your situation, and then of course putting themselves in it, making or giving advice that's actually not helpful to you. They may not be in the right headspace and heart space to help you. So it's being mindful of who you can depend on. So we're looking at both sides of the argument here, because that's what I'm picking up, especially with the people viewing this video. I'm also feeling here that there may be some really sneaky friends around, or people who don't want the best for you. So be, again, careful about who you ask for help or where you go. For someone where you're fighting for child support, there's something here about child support, and it's like you haven't heard from the dad. Dad's gone walkabout. It's actually deliberate. But what it's also saying is try to not be in that lower energy where you're doing things to get back at that person. They will show up. They are going to present themselves. And when they do show up, try to be dignified here. Because it's showing me it can be very easy to get into that lower vibration. So really shit stirring and causing trouble to get back at them. But what Spirit is saying is no, be dignified. That's your strength. Okay? That's going to be your strength. Because the kids will suffer. The kids, they do love their dad. It's very important. So be dignified. And if there are any males, if that's your situation where you are the parent and the mom kind of left, it's the same message. Be dignified because the children are exposed to this. So the key thing here is you're being put under an extreme amount of pressure. It feels like a test. And in order to pass the test, it's like being mindful of your actions because the little ones are watching. Okay. Let's get some tarot. Okay, we have the World. One more. King of Wands. It's pretty much stepping into this new phase of being empowered, being composed, being in control, and not being easily rumbled, right? You are aware of your strengths and capability, and out of respect for yourself, you're going to discern, again, how to respond in certain situations, whether it is helping people, receiving help, or in this situation that I mentioned about the child support, just your behavior, your actions. You're in control of all of that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man again. The whole idea is turning a new leaf here, right? This is speaking on what others expect from you, your old self, the way that you've always behaved, carried on or acted. This is you empowered. This is you mature, emotionally, mentally, spiritually composed and in control. Okay, let's get another card. Okay, we have the Star. Exactly. See, working on yourself, working on this type of energy here, being dependable, using your discernment, choosing your actions wisely, your battles wisely, not being afraid to speak up for yourself, but not losing it and looking out of control, being out of control. You know that that strength is already there, but it's like you unleash it when it is necessary, when it is warranted, right? We have here with the Star as well, this is seeing things clearly. So it's nighttime, but you still have that vision as to what is going on behind the scenes. Everything is working in your favor. All your senses are activated, being emotionally composed and accepting yourself, accepting your situation, right? Being prepared to, again, either remove what needs to be removed from your life, embrace or refine what needs to be refined in your life, right? So it's having that clear understanding and awareness as to what is going on within yourself and your surroundings, and handling things accordingly without losing sight of who you are, without dishonoring yourself. Okay, let's get the last card. We have here card number 33, Master Teacher card. Trust in the wise spirits and your prayers will be answered. Connecting with your spiritual team. But we have here the Master Teacher card. So it speaks on you have been there, done that. You have had so much experience. Why not draw on that? Looking at yourself as an example, looking at your experiences as an example, and living by them. What you have learned about yourself, about others, and about when certain situation presents itself that you've experienced before, and how you reacted then, and if it wasn't in your favor, what changes and adjustments needs to be made in order for things to work out in your favor, or for you to be okay with. Nice. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and mentorships. They're back up on Etsy, guys. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 2. For those of you who selected the second card, here's your reading. So you have stretch. Nice. Being flexible, that's something that's popping up, but it's speaking on pushing yourself, right? So I'm seeing like someone reaching far, like it's pushing yourself to reach your greatest potential, because it feels like you haven't gotten there yet. Now that's not a bad thing. So you may feel like, yes, I am there. What this is saying is, no, there's more to you. But this time it is going to require more energy. It's going to really, really push you to the max. Not burnout. But this is you challenging yourself. So it's like, imagine lifting weights and you're comfortable with a particular weight, right? You're going to put 2 more pounds on each side. And you're going to lift and lift and lift. But you're not going to do it for a week and then wait to get used to it. It's that day. You're going to put the extra weight on and you're going to see if you can lift it. You're not going to cow out. You're not going to be, say, no, maybe another time. You're going to try it. You're going to see if you can do it. And that's what this is speaking on with stretch. It's letting you know that you can achieve all that you want to achieve. But this part of the journey requires dedication, drive, determination to achieve it, to challenge yourself, to going to the next level, taking what you know, what you have to the next level. How far can you go? They don't want you to be stagnant. So you may have a lot, things may be great, but they don't want you to hit a plateau. I keep hearing, now this is where the journey begins, because this is where you are fully involved in challenging yourself and achieving your greatest potential. A part of it is you being flexible when it comes to an outcome, when it comes to your beliefs, when it comes to what you are doing. So the flexibility is not grasping and being rigid and holding on to and stifling and preventing things from developing and growing, right? It's all about having a slack, a loose hold on things. So it could be the outcome, that's the thing, so that you can be carried to where you need to go on the next leg of the journey. A part of it is enjoyment as well. Just like after a really good workout, where you really push yourself to the max, you really push yourself, you challenge yourself, and afterwards you're buzzing. Your whole body has a burst of energy moving from your head to your toes. It feels activated, charged. That's what they're speaking on when it comes to the next leg of the journey. It's waking up that excitement in you, expanding outwards. It will reach others. This is you being the example, but it is a personal journey. Yes, it is a personal journey, but people will see how you are being affected by this and be inspired to start their journey or to even push themselves. But for you, it's a lot of energy. I'm feeling like electricity flowing through my body with you guys, needing that activation, stretching and expanding outwards. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get some more cards. You can do this, they're saying. May I have a card? Oop, one card and it fell all the way down. Okay, so we have here Baron of Coins. Wasting money, loss of money, sham charity. Now in this deck, the Barons are the lowest frequency of that suit. So the suit of coins, it represents like business, right? The tangible, the things that we have, our possessions. Okay. Now, this is giving me like a very strong energy of disbelief, not believing that you can achieve greatness or you be able to have a successful business or career or the weight loss or buy a house. It's just not believing that your dreams are possible, your manifestations are possible. For some of you, it may feel like you receive money and the majority of it is gone in the blink of an eye. It goes towards your living expenses and you only have so much to enjoy, a tiny amount. What this speaks on is getting out of the mentality, the energy, the essence of not having enough, not being enough, and not being capable of acquiring a lot. That's the first thing. Now with stretch, it's being able to see beyond, going further afield, seeing beyond what you expected for yourself. What is the ultimate experience you would like to have? What is the greatest amount of wealth you would like to acquire? How are you acquiring what you have? How are you maintaining it? Looking into what's coming in and what's going out and where it's going. Being able to have a bigger picture as to how your resources move, flows in your life, because then maybe you'll be able to make the necessary adjustments and start seeing gains. But when it comes to stretching, it is taking your ambition to the next level. It's actually having ambition, not just stopping and pausing and waiting for the resources to dry up. This is all about maintaining and having a healthy flow of resources, of money, having a healthy flow and movement with your resources, creating a system that is consistent, that does not require you to put in a ridiculous amount of energy all the time. Yes, in the beginning, but then this is requiring you to then look at the bigger picture of what you were building, what you were creating, and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And then making the adjustments, right? So you're focusing on the things that work and how to improve on it, allowing it to continue to build and build and build and grow. And of course, that will be less of your energy needed to help it to expand. Maybe then you will be able to have help, more assistance, so that you can stretch into other areas and build in other areas. This is also giving me builder vibes. So not builder where we're talking about you building a house. This is where you're able to have your hands in multiple pots, multiple ventures. Okay? But first, it's creating success from each one and moving on to the next. So we got here CEO vibes, investor vibes, right? Becoming that, having a huge portfolio because you have your hands in several pots and they're all working for you. So it's shifting the mentality from lack to abundant. So it starts mentally, emotionally, energetically, physically. Here we have a coins card, so it's in the physical, so we're now going to be dialing it back, shifting the energy and how we feel about it and what we think about it, right? Our resources, shifting that mentality so that we shift the energy in order to bring in more abundance and maintaining it and ideas on how to expand on it towards us. No more robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay? Ace of Swords. Again, mental body, what we tell ourselves, what we think about our situation. This is really speaking on, especially with the hand here and the blade above it, it's like the cutting truth I'm hearing, like really seeing the situation for what it is. And when it does come to money, a lot of the times people tend to turn a blind eye to it. You know, when that bill comes and it's like, oh, it's due on a particular date. And it's like, oh, I'll pay it later. And then you miss the due date. That's the sweeping it under the carpet, not handling it head on. That's what this is saying here with the Ace of Swords. It is time to now see the situation for what it is and start planning or making the necessary adjustments. It really speaks strongly here, especially with the Ace of Swords. Being able to listen, to handle the cutting truth, whether it be you reviewing your income and expenses and making the necessary adjustments, or pushing yourself to greater heights in your career, in your business, in your work, in your relationships. It's embodying greatness and believing it, right? Not thinking, well, this is it, my situation is shit, I'll drown my sorrows or I'll wallow and play the victim. No, this is really seeing it for what it is and doing something about it. And that is facing what needs to be adjusted head on, because you are more than capable of changing your situation for the better, where you will be winning. Now, for others where you're in a situation where it's comfortable, be careful about people around you, especially if they're handling your finances. You may have someone stealing from you, okay? And if you are aware of this, it depends on your situation and the person that you're dealing with, but it's time to reveal the truth or possibly get the authorities involved to handle the situation, to sort this out. check your books. Okay, so we have justice. Check your books with justice here, because I'm getting business vibes. If you have someone in your business, or anyone handling your finances, double check that they're not taking money from you. Also, where your money is being invested, because you don't want to end up, unbeknownst to you, caught up in any type of scam and have to go to court, face the consequences of that, and you have nothing to do with it. Because look at that, we have sham charity and then we got justice. If it is someone you know, do not take the fall for them. I'm hearing don't stretch the truth, so don't lie. Tell the truth. Think of the overall consequences with justice here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to pull another. With mat on the back, or ma'at, integrity, I'm hearing. It's all about integrity. Seven of Wands. So we got defensive energy, Ace of Wands. Yeah, do stand your ground. So Seven of Wands, Ace of Wands. Do stand your ground here. Right? If anyone is stealing your money, you could confront them, but get the authorities involved, depending on who you're dealing with. Because there's some people where they will take some really fatal actions. So you have to be careful. Consult the authorities and sort that one out. Also, again, if someone you know is doing something illegal, do not take the fall for them or stretch the truth. Think integrity, right? We do have here again defending, standing your ground. If it is wrong, it is wrong, and you need to honor that. Don't be a part of it. That's for someone. Wow. Okay, let's get some advice. Go within. We have a lot of red and orange, so we have root chakra and the sacral. Go within for answers. So we have 48 reducing to 12, reducing to 3. So coming into alignment with the self, mind, body, spirit. Everything has to be in alignment when it comes to certain decisions and actions. But going within and seeking solidarity, right? Finding peace, and then you can make the necessary adjustments or actions, right? But always remain true to yourself. That's what this is speaking on. But with the root chakra, of course, grounding, right? So that speaks on whatever you create and do, it has to be where you're fully on board. It's not a decision where you're kind of not all there. You're in the ethereal realm, chilling out with your guides. This is actually you being fully present, understanding what you are doing, right? Yeah, look at that. With the 7 of Wands and the Ace of Wands, really believing and being adamant to go the distance. We have warrior vibes, but the warrior is going to achieve the goal based on his or her actions. The drive, the ambition, that fire, that spark, that excitement to create, decimating old foundations and creating new ones. Very nice. Going within again to get the answers. Beautiful. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and mentorships. Yes, they're back up on Etsy. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, option 3. For those of you who selected the third card, here's your reading. So let's see what you got. Ready but waiting. This is an interesting one. Ready but waiting. So, this is giving me stalling vibes. Ready but waiting. What are you waiting for? I mean, what you waiting for? You have everything at your disposal. You're set. You're ready to take action. You've done all the courses, you've done all the research, you've done all the inner work, you've done all the savings, you've gained the experience. What are you waiting for? It is time to take action. Ready but waiting is really giving me it is time to move. Why are you stalling? We have this woman here holding a little chick, and it's giving me a sense of feeling like you don't have experience, or you're a novice. You may be a novice, but how do you think you're going to get the experience? How do you think those who are well established in their fields, or whatever you are experiencing, those who have been there for many, many years, how do you think they got there? They had to take the first step. And this is what is being asked of you. It is time to take the first step. You don't have to run. You don't have to speed through all the different levels. Taking the first step is the hardest, because you have committed to the path. You have committed to wanting to now gain experience, or the doing, the reaching for the success in whatever field or whatever you are reaching for. The planning stages, it's over. Now it's time to put everything that you know into practice. The chick is showing vulnerability. There is nothing wrong with that. Use that as motivation. It's how you go about it. Do you want to be that smart aleck apprentice? The one who feels that they know everything and I can do it better than the master? Or are you going to approach it where you're open to learning, to experiencing? So that childlike energy, that awe, that wonder, not having set expectations, but being open to the experiences in the moment. It's shifting the outlook here. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you get it wrong, make a fool of yourself. Oops, that's a lesson. I will improve next time. See where you went wrong and correct it. It's not the end of the world. Take the first step. Take baby steps if you have to. But this is calling for you to now move. This is calling for you to be very open to the experience. Again, with innocence, purity, and an eagerness to learn, to have a full and deep understanding, not only from studying or seeing how it went for others, but this is now you experiencing it physically within your being, gaining the experience in your being, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Okay, let's get another card. It's not as bad as you think. We have here someone who's cloaked as well. She's wearing a cloak. So there is that fear of being seen. not wanting to show yourself or even your skills, what you have to offer, blending in the background. The challenge is to not blend in. It's giving yourself, allowing yourself to have that 15 minutes and to be unapologetic in that 15 minutes of recognition, of fame, of exposure, but maintaining authenticity, the pure self, being the pure self. Okay, let's get a card. Wow, the Magician. The Conjurer. And it says, abilities, creation, and deception. Exactly what we said. You already have everything that you need. And now I'm getting chills. Whew. You are already at the stage where you're a master. But now you have to put it into practice. You got to do the big reveal here. Got to do the big reveal. You got to show yourself. But they're saying in doing that, remaining humble with the chickie here, not losing sight of that. How can we balance the two? Well, that is your lesson. That is your challenge. That is your challenge. Because it's having that realization that no one knows it all. And that we're here to experience and to learn. And that truth can be interpreted in so many ways based on the individual sharing that truth. This is quite interesting. Okay, let's get some tarot. Hanged Man. This is that pause card. Okay, I'll show you the bottom of the deck. So we have the Hanged Man. Should I step out? Should I not? Should I show them what I got? Should I not? Right? I'm doing this because I'm scared. What are you scared of? The Chariot. Like really stepping out there and being seen. Showing your true self here. Choosing to be cloaked. There's a coming out. There's an emergence here. It really speaks on that. Right? Breaking down the walls, the barriers, and stepping out authentically. Another pile of honoring yourself. Honoring yourself, you don't have to question. Just be, you do. Right? You don't have to fit into anyone's box. Just be. You don't have to force anyone to see you either. You don't need to convince anyone to see you. Just be. See, we don't understand how powerful our actions are. When I speak on people who are eccentric, true individuals, they try to run from their individuality and to be normal like everyone else, and they look so awkward. And I'm not talking about the people where they're dressed alternatively and all that. We're not talking about that individuality. We're talking about an essence that a person has. It's something that is felt. It's in the way they speak, the way they, voice their opinions on certain things, the way they carry themselves when they walk, their essence, the way they do certain things, some of their actions. They try to be normal, but they can't, because that is not how they're made up. They're not created that way, to be like everyone else. So it's embracing that. Embracing the differences, the uniqueness, not fitting into anyone's box or forcing anyone to understand it. Now, a lot of the so-called individuals who claim to be individuals are not individuals. If you notice, they're following, they're actually a part of the herd. We're not talking about those. We're talking about the people who are just so different that even those so-called individuals can't get them. Don't understand them. Oh dear. That's who I'm talking about. They're here to be themselves, to embrace the uniqueness and their differences, and to not worry about what anyone thinks or to try to fit into anyone's box or even try to convert people to understanding them, saying things, forcing people to think the way they do, etc. No. You just are, and you just get on with life as best as you can. And those who see you living authentically, it will encourage them to do the same. That's how it works. So, coming out of your shell, not cloaking yourself, not hiding yourself. Yes, if you are a spiritual practitioner, yes, it does speak on with the magician and the cloak that she's wearing. You should have some protection around you. Yes, you can do that. But don't be afraid to be you. Let's get some more cards. Four of Wands. Okay, we don't read reversals on this because it's the vice versa. It's got two sides. Now it fell on this side, the back of the Four of Wands. So they're jollily skipping under the chuppah, skipping into or towards the sun. So we have the Four of Wands, which is all about the foundations, right? And this is you moving into that true version of yourself. It's there, but now you're living it. And you wanting others to experience it based on your actions or how you're living your life. Not you forcing people to see it. You just are. This is embracing that side of yourself. Not worrying about what anyone else thinks. We have the Dove here, being at peace with who you are. We have the grapevines as well. That's where you will have the best outcome, because with the grapevine it's telling me I'm hearing the sweetness of life. So it's you enjoying the pleasures of life when you are in this energy of being yourself, not hiding, not waiting for divine intervention or the sign and the synchronicities, the big bang. It's all about taking the baby steps for you guys, not waiting only for your spirit team's cue. You're meant to live life, not have life lived for you. You hear me? Live life, not have life lived for you. You got to participate. They're here to assist, consult. Okay? Right, let's get you an advice card. Okay, I'm going to pull another one. This came out for another pile. Okay, so we have card number 33, Master Teacher. Trust in the wise spirits and your prayers will be answered. So connecting with your spiritual team, right? Consulting and trusting the process, trusting what they're sharing with you, right? Believing that they have your best interest, trusting that this nudge here The nudge in this message is sound. It's what you're meant to start doing, not waiting and letting life pass you by. Okay, so we have here, you came to serve. Card number 23, reducing to 5. Master teacher number with card number 33. Based on your experiences, so everything that you have learned, putting it into practice to teach based on being the example. Now we have 5. The change here is you realizing that you came here to serve. Now this could be in various capacities here. So it could be where you have a mission. Not everyone has a mission. It could be where you're here to have the full experience. Now what I mean by that is there's not one set mission or task that you're meant to achieve. You're meant to achieve multiple things. So think of a kid in a candy store. So the candy shop is open and you're being told you can have it all. You can eat every candy in the shop. You can taste all the different sweets in the shop. It's up to you. And choose the one that you like the most. And if you don't like it after a while, you can choose another. Some people have that. Some people are meant to have that experience in this incarnation. So there's not one set thing. You're meant to try anything that feels right to you. Now, I'm not saying things where you're harming others, okay? Not harming others. And then there are others where their mission is more energetic. It happens on the daily, and the scale of it is more so your presence is healing. Your words are healing. So it's not like the first example where the person has a mission. So they're here to step out and be seen and to lead and to, almost like a Martin Luther King type vibe, right? Or Sagaru type vibe. Not like that. It's more on the day-to-day scale. So you do have a job and Spirit is sending you people to like speak to and heal, etc. So there's not necessarily a business and all that. It's just more so just your presence is healing. Just a smile from you is healing. Your words, right? Just your essence. That's a healer. But it's different for everyone, right? And you're here to serve, and it's not for you to hide or to cloak that. This is giving me stepping forward on your path with an open heart, releasing fear, trying not to second guess and question things too much. So we're not saying don't question things, don't ask questions. We're not saying that. What we're saying is pondering on it, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Connect with your guides. Share what you know with others, right? Finding out where you fall within how you're meant to serve. So I'm going to end the reading right here. If this reading resonates, leave a comment down below. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. I'm also offering personal readings and mentorships on Etsy. Yes, it's back up. Information on that is in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Open your